Looks good. Hey everybody, this is Zach with IT Career Questions, and I'm testing out a live stream. I just purchased a new Logitech webcam to start doing some different live stream things here, so bear with me as I try to get used to this. Hopefully it's working right now and I'm not just blabbering to myself because, I don't know, that'd be a little bit weird. But let me see. I'm going to try to take a look. It looks like it's working, so let me see if I can edit this. Because I don't want it to just say live streaming test. It's more than a live streaming test. IT questions channel. Let's see if that works. So I can save this. That should work. Let's see. There we go. So I'm just trying to edit what is happening right now. So trying to go through the settings on both basically it's the OBS program for live streaming that I'm using, and then I'm also trying to configure just the settings on YouTube because I'd like to make this a thing. I'd like to do more of these live streams and try to make something of it, but I really need to kind of figure out how I'm going to do it in the best way possible. So, let's see. Yeah, my room's kind of a mess. All right, let's see if we can set this up over here. There we go. I like that. That works. I can have my MacBook set up over there. I can use my PC for other things. And I can throw this out to people on the interwebs. So, sorry, trying to get, like I said, trying to get this figured out here. It's not as easy as you think it would be to actually get it set up the way that you really want it to be. And this is all out of whack. Here we go. That looks better. Is anybody there? Because I'd really like to know how it sounds. I can't hear it. So, let's see. Oh, I guess that sounds okay. So I wonder if there's going to be a lot of feedback. So, we'll figure it out. No big deal. Anyway, like I said, if you're just tuning in for whatever reason, I am just trying to test out the new cam here. And let's see. Checklist shows that it's good. Huh. Let's see. It's so weird. I'm apparently completely screwing this up. stupid ads. That is ridiculous. Why are there ads? Come on, people. Get with the program. Yeah, that looks good. I will start sharing this out to the internet. Let's see how this works. See if I can get some of my friends to join the. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so if you're just tuning in, I'm trying to fine tune this whole process. It's not as easy as you would think it would be. Fine tune the live stream process. So I just bought a new webcam. Again, trying to figure it out, trying to get the different software that I have working. I have everything set up going through my MacBook, so I have the webcam built into it. I have the Logitech webcam that I am using that I just purchased, and I have this pretty sweet mic set up that I'm trying to. That doesn't look right. Yeah, I'm just trying to get this set up. So, if there's anybody in the chat, hit me up. Let me know. We'll talk about things. I'd love to chat with you guys and see what you guys are up to for the night. I know it's a Friday and everybody's busy. If I look at over at my Facebook feed thing right now, there's not a lot of people who are online right now. So, probably a long shot on a Friday night to do a live stream, but you only live once, so we're giving it a shot. And also going to try to do a little bit of work on the website tonight because I kind of have to redo it. If you seen my latest video, you'll see that I have basically kind of rebranded the channel a little bit. There's no more PC Simplest per se. I mean, it's still PC Simplest if you go to youtube.com/PC Simplest. But we are doing IT career questions. That's what I'm trying to put all of my focus into. So we'll see where that goes. I really enjoy answering the questions, talking about IT, talking about getting into IT. I, of course, really enjoy doing the tutorial videos. Those are quite fun, and if I get a lot of requests for that type of stuff, I'll do it. But, let's see. I don't know, there's 3 people watching right now. I don't know who's watching. Hit me up in the chat. Let's chat, people. So 1 person watching? Oh my goodness. Come on, I'll do it. I'll do a live AMA right now just for the fun of it. Ask me anything. We'll just chat. Why not? Let's see. Viewers 3, viewers 3, viewers 2. No. Huh. Yeah, probably not a great idea to try to do a live stream on a Friday night. Not a lot of people there, and now I'm sitting here looking through Facebook. Oh man, so I really need to work on the website. Need to pretty much look up a new design or new template, really, because I need to get that going. I hate when it does that. Up top, paid WordPress themes. So if there's anybody in the chat that wants to chat about something, just hit me up. Again, I'm just kind of going over some settings here and screwing around with the live feed settings and also camera settings because I'm trying the 2-camera thing out. I really like the quality of this Logitech cam that I just bought. It's pretty sweet. I'm pretty happy with it. Let's see. Can you guys hear me okay? try to, let's see, who can I bother right now? I know who I'll bother. Hey, Muscle Farm, how do you set up a network server? Well, what exactly do you mean by a network server? Are you looking to like get an actual like switch and manage the switch and then have a server that is somehow helping you manage a network? What's your thinking here on a network server? Oh yes, it's working. So how do you set up a switch? Depends on the type of switch that you have and really what you're looking to do with it. If I mean, gosh, there's lots of different ways to really set up a switch, but it really depends on what you want to do with it. That's really a broad question to answer or to ask and answer because networking is a really broad field, and I'd hate to try to answer for you without trying to get some more details out of you. So, what are you trying to do with your switch? What are you trying to set up with it? What's your game plan? Just start from the bottom and make your way up to it. Because if that's your plan, you should probably look at configuring like your home router first and learning the different aspects of a home router before you dive into a switch. Because a switch can get pretty complicated where you're doing a lot of like telnet and SSH. And that's completely different than your home routers, but you still need to know basically how your home router functions. So if you want to get into a switch, let's say for instance you have a Cisco switch and I have one sitting next to me that I haven't really configured because I haven't had time. But what I would like to do with my home switch is set it up on some different VLANs that I'll have a few different computers hooked up to that will go out different ways and have different traffic limitations, and that's just for testing purposes. I'm trying to work on setting up a home server that will go through this switch, and then I'll have, of course, different computers that go through the switch and do different things with the server. Because eventually, I should have a couple servers really set up, so I could kind of make like a mock environment at home. On basically, I'll try to do something where I have like my main server with like Active Directory and things like that. I'll have like some type of DNS server that is going to manage more traffic related things, I guess. It's so complicated to really try to talk to or talk about. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Shut up, Amber. Sorry. But yeah, gosh, there's so much. Really, my main goal of setting up a switch for me is I'm going to start putting together like an MDT server, which is Microsoft Deployment Toolkit, and I'll try to start imaging some of my like old Dell computers that I have laying around, just because I really want to focus videos on that at some point because MDT is like one of my big passions. I love Microsoft Deployment Toolkit. I love imaging. And you need to have some type of switch set up for that, and you need to have a server set up for that. So I don't know. What are you looking to do when you say, how do you set up a network or how do you set up a switch? Is there something really specific in mind that you're looking to do, Muscle Farm? Does anybody else out there have any questions? Feel free, hit me up in the chat. But I'm researching some stuff and going through some things, testing this all out, being a nerd on a Friday night because I got nothing better to do. What is this stream health message? Oh, okay. Huh. Templates. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to look up a WordPress theme for my new website, and there's literally like so many to choose from. It's like, how do you even choose? Nothing specific, just barely start an IT essential class and get my feet wet. Well, do you have a switch that you can use by chance? I mean, do you have like? I mean, you can go on Craigslist and you can buy like broken switches. And when I say broken switches, it's usually because there's a few ports in there that are broken and people are looking to get rid of them for really, really cheap. So you can usually pick up like a Cisco switch that maybe has like a few ports that are actually live and active for like $50 or something. And that's, I mean, that's kind of cool to at least get your feet wet per se. And then, of course, you can really just hop on YouTube and kind of find somebody that will kind of show you from the bottom where to go. So I would check your local Craigslist and see if anybody has one like available. If you don't already have one, you can also probably find. I can't think of the website off the top of my head, but there's a few websites out there that I know where they offer some kind of virtual environment where you can actually um, play with like a virtual switch, for instance, and it'll kind of, again, that'll get your feet wet for sure. I gotta think of that, what it is. It'll come to me later, I'm sure. I'm like, oh, that's what it was. What other things are you interested in, Muscle Farm? What other IT essential things are you learning in this class that you're taking? I'm just curious what people are learning nowadays when they first get into some kind of class for IT. Excuse me. Web development, basic HTML and CSS. Man, that's how I started when I first started in IT. Or, I mean, I was like 14 or 15 years old. I don't know, so long ago. I picked up a book called HTML for Dummies. And I was like, man, because wanted to build a website. I was like, man, this internet thing is really cool. And this was like back in like 1998 or 99. I was like, man, the internet's so cool. It's like so different. I want to build a website. So I bought this book. And then that's how I learned. And then from there, it just gradually progressed to where I'm at now, which is in IT and for a hospital. So, but web development and stuff, it's all right. Learning that stuff is definitely pretty cool. It comes in handy. Like right now, I put out a video the other week about Dashing, which is a dashboard software that well, not developing, but I'm putting together for our hospital to basically display a bunch of different things on a TV. And the HTML and CSS knowledge that I have definitely comes in handy for that stuff. So you might use it at some point. If anything, you can at least build your own website for putting out a virtual resume, which is always a great thing to do. So you can really do anything to help yourself on the internet to make yourself look good, or to basically when people are, potential employers are searching for you. If your website shows up and has your resume on there and a little bit of information about yourself that they won't generally get from a resume, that's always pretty good idea. I know anytime we schedule an interview with somebody, the first thing that we're doing is we are Googling their names, trying to figure out who they are, what they do, and where they've been. So any positive light that you can help on that aspect is good. So if you're learning the web development and HTML, CSS stuff, I would definitely suggest building your own website at some point if you're looking to get into IT. Again, that way so you can have some type of virtual resume out there and people want to see that. course, you can also use WordPress, which is what I use, which doesn't even really require that much HTML or CSS knowledge because it's all just like, I don't know, it's like what you see is what you get kind of thing. You can just click around and move things really easily, which is cool. I mean, for me, I really like that because I hate web development now. It's so boring. That's just my opinion, though. It shows that I have 5 people watching, so there's anybody else out there who has any questions or just wants to chat about something, let me know. I could talk about 3D printing stuff. I got a 3D printer. I can talk about photography. I do some photography. I can talk about Magic the Gathering because I'm a huge freaking nerd. I don't know. Talk about whatever you want. Yeah, I'm just, kind of bored on a Friday night. And do I know JavaScript? I don't know any JavaScript, to be honest with you. That is one thing that I never had any interest to learn because that's more of a development type of thing, and that's just not the path that I wanted to go. I do if like JavaScript and web development type of stuff is something you're interested in. I have a video coming out in the next week or two that my good friend Joe Tito did with me, who is actually a developer, and he answers a lot of great questions about getting into development type jobs and things like that. So you can definitely stay tuned for that. He'll basically answer any questions that you have on that video when that comes out, and if you have something specific in mind in regards to the development, he can definitely answer them for you. He's really, really good at what he does. See if I can configure this more. Trying to move stuff around now and play with the actual settings of. Man, there is a huge delay. That's crazy. I should probably hardwire this MacBook. Try to get it. Maybe go a little bit faster here. That's no big deal though. I'm so tired. Trying to find a freaking WordPress theme is like one of the most difficult things that I do. Like, it's like consistently like something that's like so complicated for me because I can never find like anything that I want. I hate that. Anybody else out there have questions about anything? Hit me up. Whatever you got. Oh man, I'm so boring. I should probably plan these things out a little bit better. That way we can actually get some people who will engage. I appreciate Muscle Man or Muscle Farm, sorry, answering or asking some questions here. Always appreciated. There's nothing good there. You're the real MVP, Muscle Farm. Appreciate it tonight, man. Word. Ah, thank you, Muscle Farm. I appreciate that. How long have you been a subscriber of mine and watching my videos? 4 months, man. That's a long time. So you've seen actually a lot of different things then in the last 4 months. What do you think of the 3D print stuff? That my 3D printing stuff didn't do too well on this channel at all, which is fine. I kind of expected that because that's kind of completely out there and something different. So doesn't really bother me too much. I did make a new 3D print channel. I don't have time to focus on that. I actually don't even really have time to 3D print things anymore, and that's kind of sad because I just freaking bought that thing. Why won't it let me download that? It's so hard to try to figure out a freaking theme. Download. Oh, that doesn't work. But that might work. What the heck? It's ridiculous. I forgot my darn password. All right, I need to go to bed. I can't handle this anymore. Thank you for watching if you're out there, and I appreciate it as always. Sorry I was a little bit lame. I'm just trying to work on a couple of different things and research some things here. So, thanks for watching and all that. Take it easy. Stay tuned.